Hello and namaste. Welcome to the very first episode of It's Your Show, a place where real stories, real people, real journeys, and real impact take the center stage. On the first series of It's Your Show, which we call Limelight, we are going to present you a series of beautiful pageant ladies who are going to tell their stories and how they reclaim their journey, how they rediscover themselves. And you will be able to hear to their stories how coming to the stage and getting a platform amplifying their voices meant a lot more than the crown and the title. So on my first episode of Limelight, I could not have thought of something. So we have Meghna here, who is Mrs. Nepal Canada 2025. She is a proud pet mother, she is a housewife, and she is a beauty queen herself. So I would like to get into her stories, her journey, and also understand from her how this pageant journey has shaped herself and how she has rediscovered the Meghna that she says was lost somewhere. So here we are. Now, welcome Meghna to the show. How do you feel today as Mrs. Nepal Canada 2025? What does this title and this crown mean to you?
So thank you very much for having me, Shristi, and calling me for as the very first guest. Now, if I have to talk about the crown, so the experience still I would want to say is something that makes me very happy every day. I look at the crown and I feel that I have it. I claimed it, and being here today, being able to again talk to you, probably share my journey, I feel that I may be able to inspire other beautiful, strong women. So as you know that I am someone who was lost in time, I got myself back through this pageantry. So I hope that I will be able to inspire those females, these women there, to believe in the power of their dreams and then come up, and if they're lost somewhere, to just find themselves again. That is what I wish and I hope that I'll be able to do.
That is so powerful because a lot of times it happens, especially we women tend to put ourselves in the back burner, and we tend to put others around us, be it our family, be it our children, give them the priority. And in that quest we sometimes lose ourselves. So it is so inspiring, and I feel so happy to know that you were able to rediscover yourself. I think that's a big achievement. Meghna, if I can ask you, what inspired you to participate in this pageant? Was that a childhood dream, or was that something that you just thought, okay, let me give it a try, or what was a particular reason?
So it was not a childhood dream. I never thought that I would participate in a beauty contest and I would emerge as a winner. That was never my thought. However, when I saw the registrations that were open, I somewhere felt that it is a platform which would allow me to probably showcase myself, which would allow me to get in touch with my community, because I am someone who has admired poise, who has admired confidence. So I thought it would open avenues for me. I would be able to work on missions that is very close to my heart, because this is a very big platform. And when you come from that kind of a platform, and I have seen the previous beauty queens work with a purpose. So that is something I thought I would be able to foray in future, and that I would be able to work towards it. So I think that was what inspired me, and that is what influenced me in the first place to take part in it.
That's amazing to know. Now that you said, you wanted to inspire and you wanted to kind of bring your voice out. So do you have any particular advocacies or any particular things that you're working on to give back to the community, or you just started? I know it could be too early to ask, but then I would love to know if there are anything that you are already working
on. So one cause that's very close to my heart would be to make people aware about protecting the natural nature, the environment, because there are many causes people work towards, but I think as far as the environment is concerned, it's a high time we understand the importance of it, because it's critical if we do not work towards it. Things like even littering, people just don't consider it. It breaks my heart when I see people using plastics and just throwing it everywhere. So that is a cause that's very close to me apart from the other causes that I have. So I don't know if I can say that I've started working towards it, but I have been in touch with certain non-profit organizations which help in community cleaning, which help in making people aware about the importance of preserving nature and about, exchanging ideas as to how we would be able to do that. So I'm in touch with them, and most likely very near, probably in a week's time or so, I would be able to get in touch with them and do the community services and do everything that I can from my part do. So yeah, that is something that I'm looking
That's
into.
amazing. Uh, Listening to her story, does it not kind of inspire you, and does it not let you see beyond just the crown and the title? Beauty pageants traditionally were just about being able to show yourself as somebody beautiful walking on the stage. But I think people like Meghna are taking this at a different level, and beauty pageants are no more just about looking good and walking that stage. It's a story of grit, it's a story of grace, and it's a story of empowerment. So thank you, Meghna. You are also letting our viewers know that what comes with the title and what comes with the crown. There's a lot of responsibility that you carry, and there would be so many others looking at you and looking for inspiration. So having said that, you mentioned that this pageant journey helped you rediscover yourself. If we have to kind of dig a little bit into that, why do you say you were lost, or how did this help you rediscover yourself?
So if I look back into my past, so if I remember my school days, I used to be someone who used to take part in debates, who used to take part in elocutions. However, that fire and that flare in me, I think I just missed it, or probably it just got lost in time. I started working, and then there were so many other things that came in place. Being financially independent at what time was very important, rather than uh, being in touch with the flair, and then going on to that stage and probably debating about things, probably that got lost in time. So because of that, I think I missed on trusting myself. I used to have the doubt. So even when I took part in the competition, I used to think if I would still be able to stand in front of an audience and speak, because I that confidence and that self-worth, I believe, was lost somewhere in time. So with this pageant, with the trainings that we had, and with the number of people that I interacted with, the friends that I made, there were so many experiences that were shared. There were so many things that we learned, preparing for the contest, preparing for the question answers. So that made me think that, I am worthy, I am confident, and I've not lost that flair. So all those things came back to me.
So
And then
it kind of helped you to get in touch with your old self, or probably
absolutely,
your real self.
absolutely.
Okay, thank you, Meghna. And then you very quickly touched upon the trainings that you had, you said. So do you want to let us know very briefly on what were the kind of preparation that you did? Because a lot of our viewers watching here might think that pageant is, what is pageant all about? Or some of us might think, okay, maybe you just have to register, go there, look good and stand on stage. But what happens between that registration and standing on that stage and winning that crown? That journey, I think, is very important. So would you like to very briefly tell our viewers on what was that journey that you had to go through?
Absolutely. So, as you said, it was not just about glamour and the gown and the crown. So, yeah, there was a lot of training, training us on building confidence, training us on being able to speak with a purpose, uh, even teaching us about the breathing exercises, rather, wherein if we felt under pressure, how is it that we can keep ourselves calm? Learning about our mind and body and our heart and how it functions. All those were the things that were taught, and which helped me particularly, because I am someone, as I told you, I had been on the stage decades ago. I don't even remember when was the last time it happened. So those trainings, it helped me to inspect myself again. It helped me to understand myself, and then the main thing was how to breathe and how to control yourself under pressure. So those were the things, apart from the walking and apart from being able to look a particular way. The main thing that was taught in the training was about being able to control and about being able to get yourself under the emotions when required, and how to talk and how to interact with people is what helped me a lot personally.
I think it is sometimes so important to be able to be in touch with their authentic self. And
Absolutely.
if patients like this are able to bring our authentic self out, I think we all as a community should support these patients and should support these women who are choosing themselves over so many things that are happening in their life. And it's not easy. But also they are still choosing themselves over so many things, and they are putting themselves out there to be judged and to be seen by so many out there and be an inspiration. Thank you so much, Meghna. Now, looking back at this journey, if you have to quote one moment which was, the most empowering for you, maybe on stage or off stage during this journey, could you quickly be able to, get that for us?
So there are so many moments actually that felt empowering. So not to forget, the crowning moment was very empowering, because there I felt it was a responsibility that I had taken, because with power comes great responsibility.
Absolutely.
So many people started to trust in me, so it was very important for me. So it was very empowering, because I thought through that I would be able to inspire many people. I would be able to bring some kind of a positive impact in people's lives, and then make people understand that dreams do come true, and just to believe in the power of dreams and believe in yourself. So that was something that was very empowering for me.
I think that's a very powerful message that Meghna has given, that we need to believe in our dreams. And like they say, if you don't believe, nobody else is going to. So I think Meghna believed on herself, her dreams, took on that journey, and also gave wings to her dreams, which is making her fly today. So going to our next question, if when you joined this pageant, I'm sure you had a perception or expectation about how beauty pageants are based on what you have seen so far, or based on whatever your notions about it was. Did this journey help you change that perception, or how do you look at beauty pageants now? And yes.
Absolutely. So me being a part of the beauty pageant has helped me change my perceptions by leaps and bounds, because I was under the impression, because beauty pageant, be it Miss or Mrs. or Miss, I thought there were certain criteria that had to be followed in respect to the way you look, your height and your weight and things like that. But when I entered this pageant, and I would like to thank the organizers and you, because I think now I understand that beauty pageant is not just about the way you look and the way you walk. It's about the strength that you have. It's about the leap of faith that you want to take, wherein you take the chance and then you just believe in yourself and showcase your strength. And because now I believe beauty pageant is about being empowered and empowering others also, because it says empowered empowers. So that is what I feel beauty pageant is all about. And yes, it is not just about the way you look and just about the crown. There is so much behind it, the way you build a confidence, the way it grows yourself. That is what beauty pageants is all about.
Okay, thank you so much for that powerful message. Yes, as we all know, they say that empowered women empower women. So women like Meghna, who have chosen to tell their story, who have chosen to take the center stage, and who have chosen to put themselves out there to inspire others, definitely empower us. And we look forward to being able to be on Meghna's journey while she gives back to this community. So Meghna, after looking into your journey, now, do you have any message or any suggestion for so many others out there who are looking upon you now? For if they have a wish, if they have a desire, it need not necessarily be to participate in a beauty pageant, but if they have been holding a dream of theirs close to their heart, not knowing what to do you have a message for, women or girls like that who are watching at you?
Absolutely. So I would want to tell everyone out there that it is very important to believe in yourself and never forget to be your authentic self. Because when you are authentic, you know that you would not want anyone's yes or anyone's perspective upon you. You don't have to prove your value to anyone else, because you know that you are your true self, you are authentic, and you are, when you believe in yourself, you can just be there and do it. So what I would want everyone to know is, believe it, the time is now. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, but when you believe, the time is now, and when you believe in yourself, I think you can just go there and get your dreams true.
Thank you so much, Meghna. I think she said it right, that we need to start right where we are without waiting for the right moment. Be it something that you have been wanting to start for yourself, be it something, a dream that you have been holding since long, or anything that it could be your health, it could be your diet, it could be your getting in touch with those old friends that you have been waiting to get in touch with. We can start from right where we are. Now, quickly coming to some very fast or rapid questions. If I have to ask a few like that, if I have to describe Meghna in one word, what would it be?
Kind.
And if you have to describe this journey of pageantry for yourself?
So is it a one word, or can I just describe in probably a sentence?
I would prefer a word for this one, a very quick,
Okay,
what comes into your mind when you have to describe this journey?
I think gratitude.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I think gratitude is one virtue which we as generation are sometimes slowly happening to lose. But if this whole journey reminds Meghna of gratitude, I think that is something we also can take back from this show. And if you have to say one thing to your younger self, younger Meghna, if she was watching you today, what would that be?
Be kind to yourself.
Everything will be fine at the end, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think you just need to be kind, not to put too much of pressure on you.
Yeah, it'll all be okay,
Yeah.
right? It'll all be okay. Yeah, that's beautiful, Meghna. So, would you like to tell our audience a little bit about your, what you're doing right now, about your family, in brief, whatever you want to share with us?
Okay, yeah, sure. So as you all know, I'm the reigning Mrs. Nepal Canada and one of the finalists for Mrs. Canada. So I'm a homemaker. I have two fur babies, as Shristi previously informed. And I thrive, or I strive rather, to make people aware or understand about the importance of preserving the nature. And I would also want to work towards empowering women through many advocacies, and one of them would be through financial independence. Because I think when you are independent financially, then there are so many things that you could do for yourself as well as for the community, because that is one thing that is very important. It helps you use your voice in the manner that you would want to, and it also helps you stand up for yourself, because when you can do that for yourself, you would be able to do it for everyone. So, and that is it for now. I'm working towards certain missions, certain causes rather, that's very close to my heart. One, as I informed, being able to preserve the natural nature and also help people understand that it's not fine to litter around. So yes, those are certain things that needs to be taken care of, because charity begins at home. When you do small things, people will join, and then that small thing grows into something that's big enough for you to understand that there has been a difference made. And then I would want to tell everyone, be the change that you would want to see. I think that is something that I would want people to understand.
Absolutely. I think it's very important that the change that we want to advocate, the change that we want to see in the society and around us, I think it's very important first to be part of that change. So now, Meghna, looking back at your journey, and like you said, this is, you're also the finalist of Mrs. Canada. I would also like to let our viewers know that Meghna is the winner of Mrs. Nepal Canada 2025. And she's also the finalist of Mrs. Canada 2025, which is being organized by Mrs. Canada Inc. and is going to happen, if I'm not wrong, in July of 2025.
Yes, 19th of July is the
19th of July 2025. So she's going to represent the community, the Nepalese community, at the national stage at Mrs. Canada. So congratulations on that, Meghna.
Thank you.
And how is that preparation going on?
So I would not lie that I am not preparing. I am. I have already started. So there are certain pageantry questions rather that I am looking through, I am watching, not just to know how they answer, but to see how composed and how poised they are on stage when a particular question is being thrown at them, the body language, the confidence that they have, because I think that is something that's very important. And then I'm also working towards the gown, which I would say is kind of dramatic, because I wanted something that's a little different, which will make me probably shine.
We all love a little drama in our life, don't we?
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, so these are certain things I'm working towards advocacy also, because that is something that needs to be presented. And for advocacy, yes, it is not just for the pageant. That is something that's very close to my heart, because previously I could not continue with it because of many reasons. But now I have a platform or an audience wherein I would be able to talk to, wherein I would be able to work with. So yeah, these are the things that is in the pipeline. And the trainings, yes, will be organized soon. So I'm all geared up for it. And then I hope to give my best, more than my best, in fact, because it is a huge opportunity wherein probably I'll be able to use my voice, and I would be able to make people understand about certain things and make people aware about certain things. So yeah, those are the preparations that's already in place.
Wishing you all the luck, Meghna, and we hope that you are able to shine on the national stage as well. So now, having asked this to you, how do you want to give your message to those women watching who think that once you're married, because you were you participated in the Mrs. Category of the pageant. So once a woman is married, do you think that marriage or that change in their status, the marital status, becomes a hindrance or obstacle for them? Or how do you want to suggest to our audience who are watching that how life changes, and how did you manage to do it?
Okay. So if I talk about now, what happens is, obviously when you get married, things change. So, and I think I would tell, for me, it changed for the better, because it only depends upon the perspective that you have. So if you think that it's not working for you, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to actually look at the positive side and see that it's working for you. And then I would want to inform that it doesn't change anything, because you, in the process of being married and in the process of being from Miss to a Mrs., I would want my audience to know that you should not be missing yourself, or you should not be losing yourself in that interior, because you still are you. You still have those dreams. Probably it could take a setback for some time, but don't lose it, because the person that you are, the individual that you are, is still you. So it doesn't change. You have your dream. You have to work on it. And how I managed was, because I knew that I had to do something for the society, and a platform like this, I believed, would give me a larger audience, would open avenues for me rather to work towards it. So be it anything, as Shristi said in the beginning, it is not just about taking part in the pageant. It is about, yes, just talking to your old friend. It's just taking that vacation, going on a solo trip. That could be anything. Don't just hold yourself back. If there is a setback, when a life status changes, probably for some time you need to adjust to certain things, but do not lose yourself in that. Do not lose yourself. Just come back at it. And as I said, the time is now. Just think the time is now, and then start working towards it once again. And things will get in place. You will not lose yourself. And once you're happy, everyone around you will be happy.
On that note, and powerful message from Meghna, where she says that whether you're married or whether your marital status changes, don't lose yourself. And if you believe in your dreams, you can make it happen. Let's take a short break there, and we'll be right back with you soon.
अगर आपको दुबई या मिडिल ईस्ट नुमा जेवरात की तलाश है, तो आपको दूर जाने की बिल्कुल जरूरत नहीं। आज ही हमारे मिसिसागा रिजवे स्टोर तशरीफ लाइए, अल करम ज्वेलर्स। हमारे पास सोने के बेहतरीन कंगन, कड़े, झुमके, हार और सोने के सेट्स भी दस्तयाब हैं। शादी हो या मेहंदी या कोई भी फंक्शन, आपकी पसंद के तमाम जेवरात आपको हमारे स्टोर में मौजूद मिलेंगे। आज ही हमारे स्टोर पर तशरीफ लाइए, अल करम ज्वेलर्स, 3465 प्लैटिनम ड्राइव, यूनिट 99, मिसिसागा, या फिर कॉल करें 905-828-0009। अल करम ज्वेलर्स, फरमाइश आपकी, गारंटी हमारी।
Welcome back to the Limelight series of It's Your Show. And today we have on our show Mrs. Nepal Canada 2025, Meghna Gazmer. Mrs. Nepal Canada 2025 was organized by Nepalese Canadian Pageant Inc. in association with Westo and collaboration with Hamro Events, and Meghna was the proud winner. Thank you so much, Meghna, for being with us on today's show. And I think your story was so inspiring. It at least inspired me a lot and helped me to understand that wherever you are in life, I think it's very important to hold on to that authentic self, believe in your dreams, and live not just for yourself, but also to give back to the community. So is there any closing words, or do you want to wrap this whole experience of being here today for our audience and say a few notes before we sign off?
Absolutely. So I would want to thank the organizers for Mrs. Nepal Canada, because the only criteria to take part in this competition, or the pageant rather, was strong females who believed in themselves and who were ready to take that plunge and then step onto something new. And I would want all my viewers watching there to know that it is never too late to believe in your dreams. If there is anything that you want to do in your life, just start it and do not ever lose yourself. So that is all I would want to say.
Thank you so much, Meghna. This was the first episode of Limelight on It's Your Show. And I think Meghna's story reminds us that transformation, real impact begins when we believe in ourselves and show up with a purpose. Meghna's story also reminds us that strength can wear heels and kindness can wear a crown. So this is a platform which will tell you real stories and also the stories that go beyond the crown. Stay with us for next episode of Limelight next week while we explore on some very, very powerful stories and bring to you those stories that empower us. And I would like to remind you that this is not just a show, but it's your show. Signing off from Limelight, your host, Shristi. Hello and namaste, and see you next week.